Self-sabotage is a popular phrase that most people today are familiar with, but what drives it? And why are so many people so obsessed with self-abusive behavior? Abuse today is so common, with everything from excessive drinking of alcohol to the overconsumption of junk food, and from gambling, which is literally the act of spending the life you had to give to generate the money being gambled, to the fact that marijuana usage is skyrocketing, all with the government's help, of course. We have the average person driving non-food items into their mouths, and when they get sick, they just add poisonous medications and mutilating surgeries into the mix, believing that attacking and disrespecting oneself to a greater degree is going to magically produce a healthy outcome. What is driving all this behavior to sedate, tune out, and numb ourselves? And what are we trying to numb ourselves to? Well, the answers are simple, but are sometimes hard to process. Self-sabotage is about what happens to a human when they're exposed to fear and trauma. What happens to the brain of a person who has experienced immense fear and trauma is well documented. First, the person becomes disconnected, which is the foundational ingredient to this entire self-sabotage cycle. This disconnection is a literal disconnection of the nervous system, because it is the nervous system itself that transports the pain into the body in the first place. So if the mind feels pain that's too excessive, it simply disconnects the hardwiring of the body so less pain is felt. Now, this is supposed to be a temporary sort of adjustment until the fear passes, but today, the way our society is designed, and it's designed like this purposely by what I like to call our handlers, this fear buffet never ends and is continually set to higher and higher base levels until a point where the average person is drowning in fear and simply doesn't know it. What happens then is what we see on the streets today. We have a person 300 pounds, but he can't feel or even recognize he's 300 pounds because his nervous system is deactivated. He can't even feel or even see he's 300 pounds or feel any pain in regards to being this unhealthy. We have a person who starts with one tattoo and ends up with 20 because they can't recognize when enough is enough. We have the marathon runner whose knees are completely shot, but she can't stop running because she can't process the reality of what she's doing to herself. We have married couples starting affairs because they're disconnected from their own nervous systems, which used to be able to assess the extreme dangerous behavior that they're engaging in. Picture the mind and our nervous system as the only thing we carry, which can protect us from harm as we walk the earth. And now imagine that fear can completely cancel out that protective function and ability. Fear shuts down the nervous system and our ability to process reality. Without the ability to process reality, we also lose the ability to process danger, so we can literally walk into a lion's den every day of our lives. Once fear shuts down our nervous system, we instantly lose the ability to recognize how dangerous our decisions and situations have become. There is more to self-sabotage, and there is a way to help reconnect to safety. I will discuss this topic more in upcoming videos.